the update for the bill October 1st. Due October 1st. So we used 689 kilowatt hours. And that was over 30 days. Now, over that 30 days, we were in the dog days at the end of summer. And coming back from hikes and cranking the AC on to cool down. Now, that bill came in just over $90. So, every night we write down how much we used on our calendar. And we've been averaging so far throughout this month, this next billing cycle, at 12 to 15 a day kilowatt hours compared to 23 a day last month. Now how I've dropped those numbers is the solar panels that we just put up, because those have only been in operation for a week of this billing cycle. So those have been helping. And then also, if you look behind me, there's clothes hanging up. What I've been doing is bringing the clothes out here. It only takes me a minute or two. I put up these temporary clotheslines. And what that does is, most of the drying gets done out here. And then I take it in and put it in the dryer just to fluff and get the lint off of them. Especially heavy items like towels, jeans, my wife's uniforms. Just things that'll, takes me a minute or two. Basically, I get up during a commercial when me and my wife are watching a show. I'll grab these, I'll put them up, hang them up, let them dry. When they're pretty much dry, I bring them in, throw them in the dryer on a lower heat setting, and just let them run. They end up, our dryer self-adjusts. So it starts out by saying 40 minutes, but most times it sets itself to 10 to 12 minutes just to fluff them, get the lint off of them, and they're done. Now, anybody doesn't know, a dryer is the worst thing in your house unless you're like me and have a well. But generally speaking, your dryer when it starts up is going to kick up like 1,000 watts just to get started, and then it pumps like 500 watts constantly to heat it up if it's on high, if not more. I mean, if you have a front load, it's even more. So anybody tells you a dryer labeled energy efficient, there is no such thing as an energy efficient dryer. Anything that has to produce heat is not efficient, period. So we're just trying to reduce our usage on that. That would normally run for an hour, and we're running it on a lower heat setting for like 10 to 12 minutes it runs. So you can just see the huge power savings there. Now, as I said, these have only been up like a week of the last power cycle, last billing cycle. So they didn't have time to do much. Now, I have seen some nice numbers out of this array. It's actually gone over 1,000 watts at one point in time. But it's got to be constant. So if you're getting 200 to 500 watts constant all day, then you can run 200 to 500 watts constant and it cancels it out, which is about what I need to pretty much cancel out anything that just runs normally, like the TV and the laptop and lights, things like that. But just being diligent and being aware of what we're spending is what's really doing it. And we're projecting now to come in probably next bill $20 lower, so around the $70 range, but we'll just have to see. It's been awful overcast, lots of rain days, just the worst weather for solar pretty much. So that we're still holding it down by 12 to 15 a day, kilowatt hours a day is a big feat. I can't imagine what would happen if we were having a sunny fall, how much less usage we'd have. That said, the weather is also kind of broke. We're getting cooler evenings. That means no having to turn the air conditioner on nights, cool down the bedroom. Basically, you can get by with fans if you even need them. So I'm guessing that if we work on it, we can get our usage even lower. But I'll take you over and take a look at the grid tie for this array. I don't have the kilowatt meter hooked up in the other array, so we won't be looking at that. But then we'll also look at the bill. At the end of this video, I'll put the bill in so you can see it and the usage. And every month I'm going to try and update this, and we're going to see how low we can squeeze this bill down to. I still have 3 panels. I've got to mount and get another grid tie and put up for a total of 10 with 3 grid ties. So I think as you watch these updates, you're going to watch this bill drop. we actually are making plans now. We have an outdoor wood burner in a building, and I'm working on putting up kind of like clothesline poles inside there, because that building stays warm. As long as there's a fire in there, that building cooks. So we're actually going to do some of the same things we're doing outside here this winter by just taking them out in a basket and hanging them up on hangers inside the wood burner building, letting them dry down most of the way, and then just coming and hitting them in the dryer. Our end goal of all this is to do this to where we get it down to $50 a month. Now, most of the places around here are not efficient, but AEP sends us a little reminder saying how efficient, how you do against the most efficient homes in your area of your size. We are doing 1% better than their most efficient homes on the last bill. So, what category of their most efficient home that they think matches ours, the size of square foot, which we now have a big addition on the back, so it's even bigger than what they're calling a comparable home. But we're doing 1% better than them now and still gaining ground. So I'll try to get that email next month when it comes in and see what they say we're doing next month. But let's go take a look at the grid tie, and then I'll post a picture up of the bill so you guys can know what's going on and actually see it, and maybe even go over it with you. And we're going to do this every month. I'm just going to do a quick update every month. This one was a little long-winded, but I think you're going to be able to come along with us on this journey and watch this power bill drop and see the long-term investment, how fast it can pay itself back when you not only invest in the solar, but you invest in yourself by being conscious of what you're using. I mean, like the laundry thing. You know, 4 times a week I have to do this, maybe. And it takes as long as it does to get up from a commercial off your butt, throw the clothes into a basket, and just hang them up real quick. And the same thing when you want to get them down, throw them in the dryer. Get up for a commercial. It's not that bad a thing to get up. And it's also not that bad a thing to want to save money. Because we figured out that dryer, without any of this, uses almost $20 a month. Just doing 4 loads a week. So it doesn't seem like much, but $20, $20, $20 every month for a year, and these panels are supposed to last 30 years. How much money is that? So let's go take a look at the grid tie, and we'll go from there. Okay guys, we're in here at the grid tie, the old power jack. So we'll try and get this to straighten up. Now, as you saw, it was very overcast outside. We're doing 120 watts right now. This thing was screaming earlier at about 800 when we had some direct sunlight before the clouds moved through. But that's how long we've been running. That's what it's made. So we're at almost 35 kilowatt hours it's made. That's the cost of electricity it's saved. Not exactly, because you got to add in taxes and stuff. So, you know, it'll jump around, do 100 watts. When it's doing about 100 watts, I'm happy because it offsets the lights and the TV. So basically, in my house right now, nothing is running other than TV and the lights, really. Wait, no, the cell phone booster's running. But it gives you an idea, you know, what we've been doing. This thing's only been up for a couple weeks. So we'll watch the bill, and I'll put that in the next scene. We might even go over it. And I'll have much quicker, smaller updates every month from now on, just so you guys know what's going on with it. Okay guys, here's the bill. Now, as you can see here, we use 689 kilowatt hours this month. The current charge came out to $91.24, which in roundabout ways with tax and everything comes out to about 13.2 cents a kilowatt hour. Now, if you look here, this was September of 2017. And we used 1,205 kilowatt hours. Now, this month we used 689. So you can see the difference, and you can also follow and track our numbers as they decrease as we do more. You know, they're going down. Now, this is about 2 kilowatt hours more than our least we've gotten so far. So we're on track to break records this month. 830 kilowatt hours is what we used last October. We're on track now to be under 500. Now, every month it seems like I'm doing something else to help us save, so the numbers are getting low, but our end goal with the current setup, without buying anything else, is to get under $50 a month. Long term, we're probably going to add just a couple batteries hooked to some panels and run things like the refrigerator and the freezer off of them. Yeah, that's long term goals, and that should get us down to about 35 is the plan a month. So, you know, goal being 50 a month. Right now we're at 91, but next month's projections, if we don't come in under 80, I'll be real surprised. 80 bucks, 75 bucks next month. You got to remember, this was only based on us having the big solar array up for about 7 to 10 days of this billing cycle. Now, last month we used 712 kilowatt hours, this month using 689. So it is a decrease. We are moving down. But we record numbers every night, and I think you're going to see that these numbers are going to fall. I'm going to be doing one of these updates every month for anybody who wants to know where we're moving at with the numbers. But now that we're at the time of the year we don't need air conditioning, I think you're definitely going to see a pretty significant drop. So, I hope you enjoyed this. Our solar updates, as I said, will be every month. This is September of 2018's update, and we will see you in the next one. Please like, share, and subscribe.